821, welcome back to Breakfast Television on the BT Couch. Two of the creators, stars, we're talking about Blood and Water. Elfina Luk joining us alongside producer Ben Liu. This is a great take of an original language crime series. We're focusing on the Chinese language, new demographic, had the chance to screen this. The appeal, you know, I think characters stand out as well as content. Elfina, let's start with you. To build a new following for an original series, what do you think about the characters are going to help cultivate that with this show?
I think it's an amazing opportunity to see Asian actors in roles of such caliber. It's very rare, and to be able to be a part of that and really get into a gritty character and a story. I mean, I fell in love with the story right away. To be a part of something like that, I think it hits close to home, but also I think it's going to affect a lot of people because it's pretty good content.
You know, it is great content. It's dark, it's gritty, and you know, it is captivating for the 22 minutes, Ben. And for you, what is it about the story when you were producing this and saying this is the story we want to tell that you thought would work?
Well, I think first of all, it's a human story, right? It just happens to be a Chinese-Canadian story, right? And secondly, the fact that this will be the first ever sort of a network primetime drama that is half in English, half in Chinese. I think it's a tiny little breakthrough in terms of popular culture, that you see great shows like Empire, you see great shows like The Wire, sort of breaking grounds every time they try something new. So I thought we put in a little bit there and tell a story that can resonate with everybody. Not just the Chinese Canadian, but anyone who has an interest, who has issues with identity, family struggles, and you know, all those that matters.
You know, it strikes so many universal chords, and the idea of building a following is one thing, but the idea of getting an original series, regardless of genre, up and running has got to be a challenge. What goes into that when you look at the idea of budget, shoot schedule, and complexities to get something like this in primetime?
Well, you know, first of all, budget-wise, there's never enough money for anything, right? So you just work with what you have. And the lucky thing we had is that we had a great cast, and everyone loved it. Everyone put extra. And what I meant by extra is that they're so involved and devoted to the characters, and the conversation was happening all the time with the director, with DOP, with the producers, and everyone was so involved, not just for the opportunity to play a lead role, which she did amazingly, but the fact that we can all play a part rather than in a regimental way that you do this and you're fine, right? Everyone is owning it, right? I think that's what makes this show stand up. And shooting-wise, it was compact, but because everyone's so in it, that the day just went by, just like that, right?
It went by pretty quick, yeah. It was an amazing to work with everyone. It was such a collaborative effort because everyone had to give their all to it because of the languages, because of the content. You can't not give your all to something this important. And I fell in love with the character, and there was a moment I was just like, I love her and I want to tell this story. It's so important. This is someone's life, you know. This happens. This isn't just an idea. This is real. And
you know, this is coming to primetime on OMNI in November, but to have the showcase, and there's a great showcase happening tomorrow night as a part of the Vancouver International Film Festival. You guys are going to air the first 2 episodes, yeah? Yeah. And then, you know, you'll take a Q&A. The fest and the ability, you know, to be a cast member, to connect with an audience before it goes mainstream. How important is that for you to hear that, to feel that, and help this show evolve?
I'm really excited. I actually haven't seen any of it yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is, it's going to be...
Well, you did a good job, because I saw a bit of it yesterday.
So little blips here and there in post, but so I'm excited to see the feedback from the room, sitting and watching with my family and, you know, the core people, and really excited. Yeah? Yeah.
And how do you, Ben, when you create a show like this, listen to the audience? Because you're going to get feedback initially. This definitely is going to hit a younger generation. How do you evolve it for seasons? Are you going to be listening to this audience to draw out storylines?
Well, you know, audience feedback is always great, but often you really have to show it to audience that what you've been missing. Right? And often audience don't realize that we can go to places that we've never been. Right? And I think this show will take you there. And just tell you a little bit, she did an amazing job, and moments that I got tears. Right, and that was how good the performance over everyone. And there was a lot of pride in it that we're doing it in Canada. We have the opportunity and space to do this right, with the support from Rogers. And I think that's an amazing thing, and that's a good thing.
Grassroots project, and you at home get to check it out for yourself. So tomorrow night, the screening goes down. We're going to give away a couple tickets right now. If you want to check it out, contests at btvancouver.ca is where you email if you'd like to see it for yourself. Congrats to you two. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.